Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfripi and Today FM rocks here in Tabwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilaiti Ambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
And the news tonight, Biman says comments made by PM are mischievous. Government assistance not enough, says Pensioners Association. And people should not complain about taxi permits.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
Comments made by Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama that some political leaders are using race and religion to campaign for the upcoming general election are mischievous. This is the statement made by National Federation Party leader Professor Biman Prasad when interviewed by FBC News after their AGM yesterday. Ali Kimbia with the story.
With people attacking those of different ethnicities and those of different religions, unfortunately, we are even seeing those kinds of attacks being made by political leaders today in this country.
This was the statement made by Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama while speaking at the USP Open Day on Friday. However, NFP leader Professor Biman Prasad strongly opposed Bainimarama's comments.
We do not condone any of those. NFP has always, and under my leadership, we are going to stick to policy.
Prasad says the party will not accept or tolerate any issues of ethnic and religious differences.
We have people from all faiths in the party, from all corners of the country, and NFP will stand by policies alone.
However, the Prime Minister says Fijians should be cautious of people who are still using race and religion to divide our country.
The voices of hatred and division that once did such untold damage to our nation are not gone. We've pushed them to the fringes of society, but they still persist.
Bainimarama is calling on all Fijians to shut the door of ethnic and religious division and work together for the prosperity of our nation. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Government assistance to the elderly has been labelled by the Fiji Pensioners Association as not good enough. After their annual general meeting yesterday, calls have been made for government to focus on their welfare. Ali Kimbia again with the story.
During the annual general meeting in Suba, pensioners are asking for more assistance to be provided by government.
And then, of course, although there is this social welfare thing, but it is not good enough because health is important. It's not that money that counts.
Dr. Naikar says pensioners deserve to be looked after well.
Definitely, yes. These are the people who have saved the nation. They have saved the nation. They've contributed. Some of them have given 40 years of service.
Dr. Neil Sarma says, who was a guest speaker during the meeting, highlighted the need of reviewing the retirement age.
Unfortunately, the retirement at 55 years only looked at youth employment in 2010, 2011 onwards. It failed miserably to address the seniors' quality of life issues.
According to Dr. Naikar, they have written to government regarding issues pertaining pensioners and they are hoping their queries will be considered. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
No one should complain about not getting a taxi permit. While awarding permits to drivers in Lautoka yesterday, the Attorney General says that a barrel draw is the most transparent way of giving taxi permits. Therefore, there should be zero complaints. Anna Ravula reports.
For a number of decades, taxi permits were given by LTA, but there was no system as to who should get the permit.
We found for a number of years that some people who may have had 5 or 10 taxi permits continued to get more taxi permits. Because there is no system in place, they did not know what the criteria was. There was no transparency.
Syed Qayyum says this led to corruption.
So that did not give a lot of confidence to people. And when you have those sorts of practices taking place, it breeds corruption. The LTA with the review committee came up with a quota system. So a number depending on the size of the population in that area, then you will have the number of taxis based on that. This is a transparent basis. Nobody can complain about this.
A total of 1,553 taxi permits were awarded to the drivers, 358 to the 90 Zone 1, 162 for 90 Zone 2 and 1,033 for the Lautoka Zone. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
Land Transport Authority is concerned about vulgarity displayed on some public service vehicles in the country. Board Chair Vijay Maharaj says so far all complaints received are related to taxi drivers. Maharaj says these stickers on taxis mainly display explicit sexual connotations. He says drivers of vehicles with such stickers have been issued traffic infringement notices. He says PSV drivers need to understand that they serve the public and should refrain from doing anything that is unlawful.
These PSV taxi drivers, you are supposed to serve the public. And, if you have something offensive like that printed at the back or at the front or on the side, that doesn't portray a good image to the public. And some people don't like it. In fact, they have told us, they complain to us. And that's why we are very strict.
Still to come, Australia ready to help Fiji. And in our successful Fijian segment tonight, we take a look at Rajesh's journey in owning a printing business. Stay with us.
Bula, nevang gomal kay leloma, ngongai nakas untuk makarong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai lambasa, ya untuk talita na warong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Gua do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Wana tunga ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere naluan.
Nevang go fani na tao no go singa toka, kita untuk talita kana Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
To help Fiji meet its sustainable development goal of reducing greenhouse gas emission by 30%, the Australian and New Zealand government are ready to provide assistance. Australia's Ambassador for Environment, Patrick Suckling, says they have discussed areas where Fiji can invest in to achieve this. Catherine Krishna reports.
In trying to achieve one of the SDGs, funding is a vital part of this, which Fiji is in need of.
There are many villages in Fiji that are off-grid. So can you get off-grid renewable energy solutions to villages and to households? And we've been talking to Fiji on different levels about Fiji's seeking finance through the Green Climate Fund, for example, for renewable energy projects.
New Zealand's Minister responsible for climate change, James Shaw, says they are looking forward to working with Fiji and Pacific Island countries to tackle climate change.
To tackle climate change and adapt to its impacts will be a priority for the over $700 million of new development cooperation funding that New Zealand will spend over the next 4 years. We do want to work alongside our Pacific partners to find regional solutions to our shared challenges.
The minister responsible for climate change says carbon emissions in Fiji and the Pacific is low, but funds are needed to start renewable energy projects.
And we look forward to implementing such issues such as energy efficiency, using more renewable energy and using, of course, cleaner and greener transportation.
Syed Qayyum says Fiji has benchmarked to achieve close to 100% renewable electrical energy and hopes to have a general improvement in energy efficiency across the country by 2030. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
16 young men and women will this year compete in a contest of beauty and brains when the 2018 Festival of the Friendly North gets underway 3 weeks from now. Eleanor Tarangavu reports the festival brings together the whole of Vanuatu for a week of fun, flair and glamorous atmosphere.
The 2018 Festival of the Friendly North was launched last night with the introduction of the 12 queens and 4 kings who will be vying for the top crowns this year.
It is highly anticipated and eagerly looked for by each individual of the Northern Division. The festival has been continuously organized over the years, of course, with the general sponsor of Vodafone Fiji Limited.
The contestants will use the stage as a platform to raise awareness and advocate on issues of importance affecting our nation based on the theme Our Health, Our Future.
I urge our contestants to use this platform to raise awareness on this important issue, and also the respective stakeholders to take various initiatives within their own environment, such as the workplace, their schools, or wherever they are operating, to practice and advocate living a healthy lifestyle.
Proceeds from the festival this year will go towards the purchase of a multifunctional ultrasound machine for the Lambasa Hospital, which costs $50,000.
The machine was really needed and will assist in early detection of a number of medical complications that now currently the people have to go directly to Suva because the services are not available here.
Dubbed the biggest, most vibrant and iconic festival in the North, the Festival of the Friendly North will get underway from the 18th to the 25th of August. Eleanor Turangeviu, FBC News.
Rishikul Sanathan College has again won for the 4th consecutive year the Best Dance Group Award at the 13th Annual Kula Fiji Link Dance Competition last night. Rishikul walked away with $1,500. The first runner-up for the Best Dance Group was awarded to Khalsa College with a prize money of $1,000. Koruvutu College was the second runner-up for the Best Dance Group, walking away with $700. The most popular dance group was awarded to QVS with $500 as prize money. While handing the prizes, Attorney General Ayasaid Kayum says the quality of dancers continue to improve and government looks forward to more participation from schools in future competitions. They say a mother's love is a driving force to any of life's accomplishments. However, for 49-year-old Rajesh, the love he had for his mother turned him into an entrepreneur. In our Successful Fijian segment tonight, we bring you the story of the man behind the South Pacific Business Systems Empire, operating 5 stores nationwide with over 30 years of experience in the printing and photocopying field. Rachel Nath with this success story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Growing up in the outskirts of Suva, Rajesh, who came from a closely knitted family, always wanted to do more for his mother.
My mom used to be very sick, and I used to think how I can earn money, to get her treatment, whatever it is. That was the driving force behind my business plans.
After completing his high school education, Rajesh went on to obtain his master's and MBA from USB.
I studied after working. While I was working, so I used to do afternoon, evening classes. It was a bit of a challenge. I worked for several companies and gained experience. And with God's grace, when I left the business, working for a competitor, I didn't have anything in plan. I had a taxi business. I just wanted to drive a taxi. But then I wrote to a few suppliers and I got a dealership for Lania.
The father of 4 says it's the support of his family that has helped in 17 years of operating his business, as both his wife and son are hands-on.
If you have support of your family, which is very important to be successful in anything, it's not, nothing is impossible. My mom was the core strength. I used to see she would cough whole night. In the morning she would go to work. Never missed. And that is what we learned from day one. You have to work hard.
Rajesh's advice is always to be honest in anything you do. Only then will you reap rewards.
You have to be faithful. There are a lot of dishonest people in business. People tend to think that they will get rich overnight. If you are honest, you know your work, and you do a fair pricing, you will succeed.
For Rajesh, who celebrates his birthday today, he believes the future holds many opportunities for his family and business, but he'll take one step at a time with immense determination to accomplish his goals. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Ahead in sports, Bar wins BOG title. And new winners for Banana Cup. This and more coming up after the break.
Zola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singatoka. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Koroko, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Bar football side has been crowned the champions of the Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants, beating Suva 2 goals to 0 in the final at Churchill Park this afternoon. Abu Zaid and Samuel Nambenia scored the goals for the side in the second half of the extra spell after the game finished 0-0 at full-time. Stella Taoe reports.
It was the battle between two heavyweights in the final of the Battle of the Giants. When everyone thought the game was heading into penalty kicks, the magic happened for the men in black. Locked nil at full-time, Abu Zaid and Samuel Nambenia scored the goals in extra time.
Andingi from that far touchline side curls in, and Abu Zaid has scored. Nambenu for the Bar side, turning and field, and Samuel Nambenia.
Bar football coach was on top of the world, finally getting a chance to lift his first trophy as a coach.
Just about the victory, it was a sacrifice for the boys and their hard work throughout the week. We got 3 weeks to prepare for the final against Suva, so I could say it came out through the boys' victory.
Midfielder Abu Zaid says he knew the win was coming after he scored in the dying minutes.
It's a problem for us because we have been losing our games in IDC also, even in Fiji Fact we never qualified, and this was our hard work. We have done it and we have sacrificed a lot, and now I just want to thank also our family members also.
Bar has lifted the BOG title after 5 years. Stella Taoe, FBC Sports.
Fiji-born Setereki Tamanivalu was in devastating form as the Crusaders powered their way into the Super Rugby final, beating the Hurricanes 30 points to 12 in the first semi-final last night. The Crusaders dominated the Hurricanes in every aspect of the match and claimed another home Super Rugby final in many years. Defending champions Ratu Kandavulevu School will miss out on another clean sweep in this year's Powerade Super Deans Trophy. All grades have been pulled through to the semi-finals except for their under-17 side. Stella Taoe reports.
The fixture of the Powerade Super Deans semi-finals have been confirmed. Maris Brothers High School ended RKS hopes of another clean sweep at the 2018 Powerade Super Deans competition. This comes after the under-18 defeated the champions RKS 13-11 in the quarterfinals yesterday at the ANZ Stadium. The match could have gone either way, but Maris managed to hold on to their lead in the end to upset the champions. Meanwhile, Dhuvu College's under-18 team has also made it to its second semi-final in a very long time. The Nandi-based school was able to upset former Dean's champions Lelin Memorial School in the first quarterfinal of the under-18. QVS will field 4 teams into the semi-final, while Lelin and Maris will have 3 grades representing their schools. Other schools participating are Suva Grammar, John Wesley, Nasinu, Rotunavula, Dhuvu College and Natambua. In the under-18 semi-final, Maris will take on Dhuvu, while RKS will meet Rotunavula. All the semi-finals will be held at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Stella Taoe, FBC Sports.
The Banana Cup tournament was finalized this afternoon with new winners from this year's competition. The 2-day event saw 27 teams competing in both the men's and women's pairs category.
New winners have been crowned in this year's Banana Cup tournament. In the men's category, Samuel Atui and Ishwar Lal came out champions against Babu Khan and Sanjay Kumar. Last year's winner Kaushal Pillai teamed up with Rajinesh Prasad this year but came out unsuccessful in the semi-final.
Just we will go by semi-final by 1 point, so can't do much game of balls. So we're happy, no problem. Was trying to defend, we go up to semis.
In the women's category, Sheryl Ma and Ravina Prasad came out the best. Organizers believe it was a successful event.
The competition is into the final game now, and we have had fantastic 2 days of bowling. We had 20 men's team and 7 ladies teams competing, and yeah, very high standard of bowling.
The winners will share the $2,000 cash prize from tournament sponsor Kontiki Finance. Stella Taoi, FBC Sports.
Cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, fine, cool nights. Now looking at the west, mainly fine conditions prevailed with a few cloudy conditions. And eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, it drizzled in some areas with cloudy conditions as well. And all the way up north, mainly fine and pleasant conditions was experienced. At sea, moderate to fresh southeast winds, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, next high tide is at 1:25 p.m. and the low tide is at 7:23 a.m. Sunrise will be at 6:38. Now for tomorrow, cloudy periods with few showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands is expected. It will be fine elsewhere. And looking further onto Tuesday, some showers are expected. Now recapping the main stories, Biman says comments made by PM are mischievous. Government assistance not enough, says Pensioners Association. And people should not complain about taxi permits. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM, to our poll question segment. And this week we're asking, were you happy with the Fiji Sevens team's performance at Rugby World Cup? You can visit our FBC website to answer. Well, do send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply #FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.